Hello?
Hello.
Oh. Right. My
Yes, thank
apologies for the
you.
delays.
Huh?
My apologies for the delays.
Alright. We are live, apparently.
It's a pleasure to be back.
As always.
Just having caffeinated, drugs, calories, and woke myself up. I'd like to think that I'm ready to go, really. So the sound sounds good from here.
Yeah, it's good. It is good.
Okay. So, I take it I'm going to find out about field and take it from there. And yeah, we've got some cricket to discuss.
Yes, we have.
Exciting. Thank you, lovely. So, would you like to start the thing? For the purposes of this video, we'll have a quick look, well I say a quick look, probably a relatively comprehensive look actually at the England test lineup. And sort of have a look at the players, what we think about them, and how this England team fits in with what they've got coming up, series currently against South Africa, and what that'll mean beyond that game.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we should start with the formalities. How are you, opening batsman?
Yeah, I'm well. I'm physically disabled, but in high spirits today. The sun is shining here in Birmingham.
The sun is not shining here in Suffolk. It's grey and miserable, and
we've gone somewhere in between a really nice day and some parts of the sky, and the visual interpretation of the depression if you were to put it on the sky. So I'm not too sure. Changeable, I think, would be the polite way to put the weather here. But I'm in high spirits, looking forward to this broadcast. Oh, which reminds me actually, before we get started, it's the the four famous YouTubers that do the streaming and stuff.
GAMERTAGS, Westy. Yeah.
Well, I didn't realise that for each of those, there's like a mission to complete, and if you do that mission during this week, it's Thingy's Westy this week, isn't it? And Westy's revision, then you get like an award of some kind.
You are correct. You get a dog tag. You get a special Westy dog tag.
Oh, how exciting! I've never watched one of these videos, but even so, I'm going to do it because, yeah, because it's there to do. So. I believe that's 75 revives, if not mistaken.
That is the mission. The treacherous mission.
The People's Medic, who is UniC, Oscar Mike 300, isn't with us today. So I guess I'm going to go for the People's Medic instead.
I suppose you better. The people need a medic.
Excuse me, the people don't need health insurance or a bill for help, okay? They need healthcare.
That didn't take long.
Straight in there.
Right. What we have come to discuss. Well, whilst we're here, I will be providing summary and commentary on any major highlights from the test match that's going on at Trent Bridge. It's currently, well, windy is the word I would use. It's ridiculously windy at Trent Bridge.
And the first hill in the day will go off squad mates, just like, oh, there's people here. We've got the martyrdom incendiary grenade and got a kill from it, so that's the first kill and revive of the day.
Well done, you.
But yes, I apologise. I apologise for interrupting your musings.
It's quite alright. South Africa won the toss, I believe, and have had a bat. And They're currently 142 for 2. Obviously, I'm watching online, and you're watching this online, so the delay is going to be hefty for viewers.
I'm not watching it at the moment. I thought I'd focus on trying to be eloquent and talk normally.
Yeah, anyone who's watching this after the day's play or the whole match entirely is finished, you already know what happens.
No, there's usually sort of like, whenever we even win in it, there still seems to be a lot of doubt over our team. I mean, like, the last time we sort of had the team nailed down seemed to be in that sort of golden era of late 2009 to when we got destroyed by Pakistan in the UAE way.
Yeah.
So since then, like, we can do extremely well and still have doubts over about a third of the team.
Well, that's the nature of team sport. The team can have an excellent performance and someone can be, how should we say, less effective than the rest of the team, and it's still a win, so the parties still happen. I'm not going to name any names yet, but whilst we're on the subject, first thing we should talk about, I suppose, is the new Capitano. Joe Root, how do you feel?
Yeah, like, I think he had, I think he couldn't have really asked for much more from his first test. I mean, everything could have gone like seemed to go quite well for him. So I can't really imagine he's got any complaints with that. So South Africa going along well enough at the moment. What they last time they were 140 or issued at 2.
Yeah.
So. And a welcome promotion of the batting order, I think, for Quinton de Kock. I mean, that seems well overdue already. He's only played about 20-30 tests, hasn't he?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when he... Well, I mean, the Night Watchman caused him to go down to 8, but even then, when he was scheduled to come in at 7, I thought that was a bit ridiculous. Yeah. He's far too good a player to be that low down the order.
Yeah.
But yeah, promoted to 4 today, so... Promoted to 4 today, so... Well, he's batting currently, and he's on 42 from 50 deliveries, so he's going quite quickly.
Yeah. So I mean, I'd be happy from South Africa's point of view, Quinton de Kock to stay at 4 for the rest of his career, really. I think that as a gun one-day opener and an aggressive left-handed wicket-keeper, I don't really like the idea of him opening in test matches because that is a lot for eventually maybe 23-ish at the moment. And props to him as well for getting the sort of form he has at such a young age, but I really can't see a 28 to 36-year-old Quinton de Kock opening the batting in a test match and then keeping to 150 overs. That is not going to be okay for him, so I'm quite happy to stay at 4 for the rest of his career.
Yeah, well, I suppose we'll see how he goes there, and then we can, like you say, he's still young, he's not played that many tests. There's something else to mention about today's game. Faf du Plessis is back, having had his first child.
Not that he don't want to see or hear this video.
Yeah.
So, congratulations, and can I come? No. I remember, even if you can't see me, if you're in 13, I can see you. So sometimes there's like a third chance, I suppose, that I can see you and you can't see me when you're down. But the mechanical side of things, anyway. Congratulations to Plessis. I think South Africa, with a brittle-looking batting lineup at Lords, I think they'll be quite grateful to have him back.
Yeah, I think so as well.
It's just even out of form, Plessis will be, even with how the batting order looks to the opposition and how it feels to their own team, just having another recognised, tried and trusted test batsman who just can put a lot of smarts in the dressing room.
Yeah, well, and he's obviously the captain as well, so always good to have the skipper back.
definitely think that South Africa are at the stage might be really interesting to see how it develops.
So, shall we just mosey on through the batting order and have a bit of analysis on each player? See how we feel?
Yeah.
So, opening the batting from Essex, Alistair Cook.
Yeah, he's seems to be really quite content where he is. I think that he's one of those guys who's got immense mental strength and will be quite happy to accept and welcome this basically being one of the better phrase, the senior pro.
Yeah.
Experience, runs, guidance for the young lads. I think they're going to be stay as long as they can.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to say many bad things about someone who's got 11,000 test runs and has captained the side for so long.
I think like many England fans, I have in the past been somewhat ungenerous to Alistair Cook. I mean, when I, we're looking to say back at the sort of 2010 slump, where he looked awful, and then I remember he sort of like somehow managed to birth out 100 against Pakistan or Bangladesh in the summer of 2010. And then that managed to kick him aside just long enough for him to have one of the greatest series matches Australian English Open has ever had against anyone from nowhere to start his reputation as one of the best openers that England have hit in the last 30 years or so.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's not many World Test 11s drawn up by experts or schoolboys that don't have Alistair Cook opening the batting.
Yeah,
I think that speaks volumes. It's highly respected for good reason.
I think that personally I would be happy for Alistair Cook to average even as low as 35 over the next, well, enter number here, n years at the top of the order and be that presence, the tried and tested guy. Because I think that unless an absolute wonder kid comes through, who, well, actually, correction, two wonder kids at the same time come through, I think it's valuable for any team really to have an experienced, sort of like mentally strong, an opener who has seen it all and can do it all. So, like, even if he averages just low, say 25, I'd be more than happy to take the order for the real one.
Yeah, well, I agree and I disagree. Like you say, if there's someone who's scoring tons for fun in the county championship and he's 12 years old, I'd want to see that person getting a run out in the England side. But equally, if there's no eligible candidate or candidates to replace him, then yeah, he can stay there as long as he likes, as I'm concerned. I'm just watching now Quinton de Kock move on to his 11th 50 in 21 tests. Well played, Quinton. This spells. This no doubt spells danger for England.
He's glorious to watch.
I had the pleasure of watching him briefly at Lords in the third day of the last test, and yeah, explosive is how I would describe his batting.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
And I think as well, sort of like, I think some people associate the quote-unquote explosive batting with an unflattering technique, and I think that the Cock, whilst being aggressive and positive, has a fantastic flair and ability to lead the ball and to play the situation for his team. That whilst it still seems a bit raw at the moment, I think that he's going to be able to, as he matures, he's going to make a fantastic all-round quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, excuse me, I'm going to have to mute my mic for a second, but I'm back in about 5 minutes. So it's going to do some more.
Well then. Bye-bye. This does mean you now get the pleasure of watching me get killed loads whilst I run around with a shotgun. Where did this fella go? Oh, that was poor. Got away with it.
We are losing objective butter.
Fair play. South Africa now 164 for 2. Off 47.5 overs. Okay. Staring at me through his mask. He's not even there. Yeah, eat my club. Oh, that's certainly right.
We are losing objective butter.
2 free kills for that guy. Maybe it's his birthday. Let's hope so. Happy birthday, Jay, whatever your name was.
A sentry kit is available near your location. We are losing objective Eddy.
Ouch. Oh, I'm surprised. Always look both ways before pulling out at a junction. Didn't know the highway code applied to Battlefield, did you?
We have taken objective Eddy.
No, no, that was just bad.
We have lost objective butter.
There are no good medals for me this week. I don't fly. Let's do that. Do incendiaries count as explosives? I don't know. How am I doing? Meh. That was a lucky throw. Is one far out? I think they do. Maybe they don't. No. Oh, this is terrible. I'm sorry you have to witness this.
Okay, hello?
He has returned.
My apologies.
Not a problem.
My father called with regards to me going back to my home last night, so yeah, apologies for the break.
Not a problem.
So, we were... where were we?
We were talking about Alistair Cook, and I was just saying that, yeah, well, I think you're right, unless two wonder kids come in, I can see him holding that place in the team for quite some time.
Yeah, certainly hope so. Just like, I think virtually every England fan at times I've had fair to say about Alistair Cook in terms of criticism, but every single time he's proved me wrong. And that's just something like that as a rational and open-minded individual. That's why I like more than being proved wrong.
He's just good at scoring runs, really. He's been doing it for so long, he knows how to do it.
It's an easy game, isn't it?
It is when you're Alistair Cook. Moving on, Keaton Jennings of Durham?
Yeah, of Durham and is he part South African as well?
Part South African. I'd say he's extremely South African. His father was Ray Jennings, who I think played for South Africa a lot. Let's have a Google. We couldn't possibly be getting our facts wrong, could we? Keaton...
I believe you're right, man.
Jennings was born in Johannesburg, but also holds British citizenship through his mother, who was born in Sunderland. Here we go. His father Ray Jennings played first-class cricket in South Africa from 73-4 to 92-93.
That's a serious stint.
Yeah, it is. Almost 20 years. Yeah, so he's extremely South African, but his mother's from Sunderland, so we'll take him.
You know, boy, welcome to the squad.
Oh, what am I doing?
South Sunderland. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. My views on Jennings are he's obviously very good at batting. Having seen him live, I question his I was trying to think of a better word than attention span. I think he gets bored, so starts playing Flash before. Yeah. I think he gets bored of blocking and driving too quickly. No, he got to sort of 30 odd, 40 odd, and then he was whipping out reverse sweeps and ramps and things, and I was just thinking, get 100 and then you can mess around doing that.
I think it's nice to have a player that can do that at the top of the order. I mean, but then again, really, that's what we would have loved Gary Barnes to do. It's like Gary Barnes, in terms of how he played in his international career, has not played at all like he played for Yorkshire. In terms of his ball striking ability, he's like sort of when he was just churning out runs, both in Zimbabwe and for Yorkshire, he was effectively batting as a middle-order counter-attacker.
Yeah.
Not a order sort of like, you know, go and bat until Christmas. So I think that's been quite a big change for him, and I'm not like too sure if he can go back now to being that middle order player, because when he's captain for Yorkshire, he does prefer to go and drop down the order.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think. Yeah. Well, the way I would have liked to see the England Test side is, well, it's difficult, isn't it? Because I'd really like to put Hamid in, but on his county championship form, you just can't because he's got nothing.
Yeah.
His average this season is poor, and then you can't say no to Balance because his average is brilliant. He's at, what was he averaging in the county championship? 98.
Yeah.
That's quite good.
And yeah, I think that by virtually everything that I can measure, that England were right to push them again.
Sorry?
And by virtually every way that I can measure his inclusion, being included in the squad, England were right to pick him again.
Balance. Yeah, I agree. You can't not pick someone who's batting that well this season. I think that's obvious, really. But equally, he just keeps getting starts for England, which is where it all falls down. Because you can't get starts when you play for England. You have to get tons. Otherwise, the British public, as we are, will lynch you.
Yeah.
If it was me,
by the way,
yes, I am.
I've got back screen.
Oh, well, you're no longer in the squad, and the game is full, and you're not in it. Tell you what we'll do. I'll leave this game. I'll come get you.
Oh, yeah.
Jennings. I think he's got too much flair to open, is what I think. I'd rather see him at 3, probably.
Yeah.
Because I liked him at 3 when we were in India, and I liked Hamid opening the batting with Cook. I think Hamid is good. There's no way he can score those runs in India against India and not be good. I think maybe he's just taking time to recover from his hand injury.
Yeah. And so like injury to such an instrument of fine coordination can be really challenging.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that they should give him time. I think that I really hope that he'll be back, because just from the evidence of the Test series in India, I think that he has got that strength to come back again. So technically and mentally.
Yeah. Also, he's very young, so plenty of time. Are you in a game?
I invited you back to the game that you left.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, because as soon as you left that game, it put me back in.
No, you must have been in the queue then. Because I just tried to join it and I was in a queue of like 3 people, so...
Alright, if you join a new game, then I'll join you.
Alright, let's do that. But yeah, I think we've got to give Jennings time, because he's only played a few tests. And he's obviously a very good bat. Well, moving on. Well, Balance. We've touched on him a bit. I just never feel comfortable when he's at the crease.
I know, it's really weird, that, isn't it? It's so hard to place in terms of your sensibilities. You just think at any second he could side the ball to the offside, or just be bold.
Yeah.
Miss the ball by about 4 inches or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I like the guy. He seems like a proper nice guy, and he's a Yorkshire player as well. And it's just like, oh, come on, Gary. Just please. But I think that's part of the charm of him, you know, for me.
What, the fact that he's not good?
It's the uncertainty that comes with it. It makes it all the better when he scores runs. But I know what you mean, though, in terms of age. an objective, good test team, he needs to. I don't even know what he needs to do. Like,
it must be psychological. It's clear he can bat.
yeah.
It's very clear he can bat. It's just doing it on the world stage. I mean, I know in county championship he's going to be facing attacks of like 75, 80 miles per hour instead of 90 plus, which probably makes a difference. But I don't know.
I'm in the dog spot, by the way.
Alright. Oh, and you're dropping a cheeky squad XP boost for us. What a nice guy. So yeah, I don't really know what else there is to say about balance. I think.
I mean, like, I think there was that, or there is that fear that seems to be a need that started against when New Zealand and Australia came in the summer team, when athletes hit the lower attacks in the test arena, Hill and Post for about a year. And then came up against Trent Bolt, who decided to actually that a Gary Balance and squad runners isn't what he wanted to like, or in world cricket like, and so decided to get rid of him. And since then, he hasn't had any credibility. The moment he turns up in England shirt to anybody he's used. Even after potentially Ashes saving like 60 odd in the 2015 Ashes at Cardiff. Just like, he can't impress anybody. Because like, that partnership was absolutely vital for setting up that game, for giving Moods that the chance to go on and get his 140 odd that he made in that game. And the consequences that followed, like, that was a huge innings. You know, like 60, 62 or something, but that was almost as important, I argue, as really important.
Yeah, well, it's something no one ever talks about, the guy at the other end. Whenever there's a massive innings, everyone neglects the guy at the other end.
Yeah.
You know, if there isn't someone at the other end, the person at the business end can't score the runs.
Yeah. I think the evidence is there as well, that we like having balance around, we like having Johnny Besto around, because they've been playing with each other for absolutely ages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing
Old
like
pals,
that.
that. Well, I feel that's balance covered. Oh, and the other thing to say about balance is he does have a beautiful trigger movement, which is always pleasant to watch. A beautiful trigger movement, which everyone likes to watch.
But I'm actually sort of tried to work that into my game, like trigger movement, because I was just falling over a little bit too much at the crease and just that step. Like, I'd take the guard on two and then shift it across slightly from, as part of that sort of like reciprocal from balance trigger movement. It's,
yeah.
I must say, you know, it's good.
Well, I'm no good at. I've never had a day's cricket coaching in my life, really, so it's not like I would ever have a trigger movement, nor really know what one's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss. Ow, where was he?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, that was something that I worked out for myself pretty much. I mean, like, the only sort of coaching I ever had was at university, so that's sort of forever. I was amazed when I got into the team. I'm so grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah. Well, I've had a bit inter squad stuff with the amazing members of Cricksock from the University of Birmingham.
Yeah.
Big shout out to them fellas.
So yeah, then we've wanted to touch on Joe Root's before I think that it was just sort of like go through a badminton form again forever, and I wouldn't want to drop it.
No, you sense he's too good at cricket. But I'm gonna voice a relatively unpopular opinion, probably. Well, people always talk about the big four, don't they? Root, Williamson, Smith, and Kohli.
Oh, and De Villiers being 5.
Well, I don't think.
De Villiers is yesteryear.
Yeah, I don't think De Villiers is ever playing Test cricket again. Do you?
I'm sorry to sorry for interrupting. I'm trying to mute the thing again.
Oh, he's gone. There's gas everywhere.
We have lost objective button.
Ooh, there's a lot of people here. Including that guy on the floor. Oh, so much gas. He has returned. So anyway, Joseph Root of Sheffield Collegiate fame.
God's own city. I would say God's own city. They really are. They're one of our rivals, and I play with, and they are effectively the club that we play for in Birmingham, kind of Sheffield. Enormous club, a lot of money, a middle class area, and yeah, it's liked by everyone that played them. It's nothing for their socioeconomic status. We're now like a fantastic club, amazing facilities, international players, from it, and yeah, so we've got a lot going on there, a lot of Yorkshire players there, and ex-pros play there as well.
Yeah, but we had Jonathan Trott, so we win.
Yes, and Sam Hain.
Yeah.
And I'll go on a bit of a tangent here. Have you seen Sam Hain back with Jonathan Trott at pre-season?
No, I haven't.
It's hilarious. It's just sort of like, it's almost like Sam Hain is a refurbished Jonathan Trott for the next 20 years. It's like
a refurbished Jonathan Trott.
And modernised Jonathan Trott.
Yeah.
That is not something like that.
The thing that impresses me most about Jonathan Trott is his bowling now. He gets a few wickets. He always bowled like in one day he'll always bowl his 10 and then bowls a bit in the county championship.
Like, I know that he likes his jungle, but yeah, I wasn't too sure like how much he's been bowling recently. But I might have a look now actually. Which actually, I'm quite happy to sort of like do the stat side of this. What it you like. So if we have a look at Golden Trotty. It's like, I remember sort of looking back at his stats a while ago, and even then it was like, he was, what, taking in wickets at 9 and 14 first class cricket, which, you know, you could take for a part-timer in first class cricket. I've now just typed Trotty into the search bar on Cricket Info as opposed to
Jonathan Trott. I'm fairly confident, I mean, you'll probably tell me, but I'm pretty sure Jonathan Trott has got wickets for England, and I think he had 6.
Like, I got, I only did like 2000, when I want to say it was the time before last, not 2014, but the time before. Sorry? Of all of them.
No.
The time before last, the Jonathan Trots called me in Sri Lanka. I remember him curling absolutely into one of the open pads to get him absolutely flung LBW. It was fantastic. And yeah, not even a shred of doubt. It was a brilliant ball.
Yeah, brilliant ball can't really be said for Alistair Cook's test wicket.
The Jonathan Trot, and tell you that is his. Jonathan Trot has 5 test wickets.
5. That's close.
Yeah.
I think I said 6.
From 708 deliveries, an average of 80.
Oh dear.
When at first class level, he has 70 wickets, an average of 50. In one-day cricket, he has 54 wickets, an average of 29.29.
See? Good old one-day bowler.
In T20s, he has 8 wickets, an average of 29 also.
Yeah, I'm not saying he should be in the England white ball side, but you know, he can do a bowl.
He can do it.
Yeah, he can do a bowl.
Big kind of drop. I really sort of like I suppose I was going to say I was going to find out how he's gone about talking about the issues around which he entered the time for the international game, but I think actually I'm a big fan of how to put it. I think that journalists in general, and not those who work for tabloid media, but those who did a fantastic job of covering and perfectly publicising his mental struggles and stress-related illnesses, according to his health and that kind of thing. I think they did a great job, and yeah, it was good to end a bit of work.
Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about Joe Root, but we keep getting sidetracked. Yeah, what I was going to say is possible unpopular opinion, but I think of the big 4, he's certainly not the best batsman in the world. I mean, us England fans like to think he's the best batsman in the world. I'm afraid, and it is with through gritted teeth that I say Virat Kohli is definitely the best bat in the world. He just is, which is really unfortunate because I can't say I like the fellow. I mean, he's probably got the highest pressure job in the world, being the captain of the Indian cricket team. I cannot imagine. He is, well, cricket in India, quite a big deal. Kind of a big deal. And yeah, to be captain of that side. So yeah, utmost respect for Virat Kohli, but I think he's I'm not sure he's the greatest sport in the world. But again, this is just my opinion.
Yeah, he shows character traits on the pressure that over 60 well.
Yeah. I think it's the way he, well, it's probably us just being stuffy Brits. The way he plays the game isn't very English, is it?
Yeah, I think it really fits in as well to Joe Ben Stokes in the recent popular day. In this, Ben Stokes has a lot of respect for the guy. I think he's great. But sometimes when he actively seeks out confrontation because he needs that or wants that to, I don't even know, getting in the mood. When he seeks out that confrontation to try and further it ends up, I think, being a detriment to the game. I think it's really quite poor when you play it with all that sort of means and trying to get themselves right up, but I don't think it's acceptable, and I think that they shouldn't sort of like look at confrontation and be that guy who's gonna start arguments and then like sort of off the ground go, oh, look at this. And the other half doing
Yeah.
because it's sort of like you make it look like a children's child if you can't rein in your emotions on it, quickly it rolls through.
Yeah, I suppose that's it. That's well, the other issue as well is these men are role models, and that sort of we don't want that sort of behaviour being copied by youngsters. And well, I haven't played cricket for very long. I've played some low-level cricket for a couple of years now. 2 and a bit years, and it definitely translates down into the amateur game. People get fiery.
Yeah.
And it's completely unnecessary. I mean, it's unnecessary at professional level because at the end of the day, it is only a game. I mean, I'm as obsessed with sport as anyone, but when I think about it, I was discussing this with a friend the other day. Sport is completely bonkers. As a concept, sport is insane. Like there's the analogy I keep using. There's a reason animals don't play sport.
Yeah.
It's not instinctive. It's not natural. It's just it is bonkers. But equally, it's yeah. But although it's bonkers and unnatural, it is certainly one of my favourite things to talk about, certainly one of my favourite things to do. Yeah, it's great. Case closed.
and it's when you see guys, I don't even know what that is. Acting like
We have lost objective
Sorry?
I'm trying to talk about this. I think that it's like because if I start something like that, if I start something like that on a pitch in a game like that, I might be annoyed with it at the time and feel I was right even in some cases. But afterwards, I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah.
It was a failure of self-control, and everybody else had to watch me act like that.
Yeah. Well, something I remember Shane Warne saying when I think did he get Freddie out and he sort of ran down the pitch and had a good shout. It might not have been Freddie Flintoff. It was someone, but I remember him saying it was big in the media and people said, "Oh, Shane Warne, he's terrible. He should be better than this." And he was saying, "Oh." After I've said that, in the changing rooms, we just said, "Oh, sorry, mate," and they're like, "Yeah, no, it's fine." It seems like I think it seems like the media make it out to be more of an issue than it is. I think the players obviously enjoy it. I think otherwise it wouldn't happen. And it's not like the players are ever saying that sledging shouldn't be a thing. So yeah, I think the media do blow it out of proportion somewhat.
Yeah. Or even encourage it. Sort of, why does sport need these characters? Why does sport need somebody that's gonna stir the melting pots, act like a petulant child, and perpetuate this idea that in order to generate entertainment in the crowd, you don't just need say win or a rugby match or maybe in rugby or in a football match. Generate controversy.
Yeah. Well, the other thing about it is it sells newspapers and makes people tune into the news.
Well, there you go. I suppose it isn't really good at cricket. It's really good at newspapers that write about it.
Also, I think sometimes it is. Sometimes I think it's good for cricket because cricket, it's arguably. I think slow is not an unfair term to use for cricket. It's slow. I mean, some lesser-minded people might use the word boring, which obviously is not true.
I think that cricket invites discussion.
Oh yeah.
There's no way that you can talk constantly about where the ball is going. I mean, can you imagine like a cricket match and sort of like start going on about the ball being passed around the field or something silly like that?
Well, it's like yeah, well, it's like Blofeld, isn't it? Henry Blofeld. He used to talk about pigeons and buses and wine gums. It's like there are slow bits. The slow bits where you need to talk about other stuff. And I read a bit about him. It was in the Radio Times because they're celebrating 60 years of Test Match Special, and he was saying that he wants to paint a picture for the listener. If the listener's not there and is not watching on television, he wants to try and to describe as many things that he can see as possible. Yeah. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's very difficult for people to not like Henry Blofeld. The amount of things he's.
I used to find him ridiculous, and sort of he's a bit annoying, but I don't know why I did think back. So now I think he's an absolutely wonderful spoken artist. I think he's the wizard. Like he does paint a picture with 1,000 words.
Yeah.
As opposed to the other way around.
Yeah. No, I've got an awful lot of time for him, and I think we should be thankful for what he's done for the world of cricket.
Really.
Anyway, once again, we're supposed to be talking about the England Test team. We're terrible at this. Anyway, where do we get to? Root. Really good at batting. Yeah, I don't think he's as good as Kohli, but then again, like, he's still got time. Oh, wicket. Quentin de Kock, first ball after tee, edges to Alistair Cook at first slip, I think. I'm waiting for a replay. But yeah, Alistair Cook has the ball in his hands and he looks very pleased with himself. And Stuart Broad at his home ground of Trent Bridge is loving life. Oh, beautiful away swing. De Kock flashes his hands at ones that he shouldn't be going anywhere near. There's only one slip. Alistair Cook juggles it a bit, takes the catch. Stuart Broad, happy man. Alistair Cook, happy man. Go Root, happy man. Me, happy man. De Kock needs to go. He was, well, we know he's dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing that. I know, I probably looked at every person watching this season. Is that naivety, like you, or is that, you know, a guy who's an aggressive black batsman doing exactly what he's supposed to do? Flashing at the lights and, you know, good line and good wide ball.
Yeah, well, it's a ball, in my opinion, it's a ball he definitely should not have been playing at. But it did swing away. It started on a very off-stumpish line, so it could have just been a wonderful piece of bowling. But yeah, I think if he, well, it's an interesting decision for the first shot you play after tee to be a sort of half drive, half cut sort of slog. It's probably not a shot you should be playing when you haven't hit a ball in half an hour.
And when your team is 1-0 down in the series, and you've just received a version of the order score.
Yeah. But then again, he got 70 odd, so you could argue that he's done his job.
You could argue that, I suppose, but I think, like, with the partnership as it was, if you're in that position, you need to go on. The ball's only going to get older. Like, would you get any swing anyway?
Anyway, Faf to the crease now. South African captain on return. Having just had his first child. Again, congrats to him. And his wife, I'm assuming. One shouldn't assume, but one did.
Assuming makes cats out of you and me. Oliver.
Here comes in. Yeah, I think because there was a time where Broad was a line bowler who nibbled it around, and Anderson swung it. But I think they're slowly morphing into each other, you could say.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Fast defence looks solid as ever, having played 2 balls.
I did like as well, just complexity and hadn't played for a while in the England when he was younger. He used to play for Somerset, I mean, as a co-pack player for a few years.
Indeed, I did not know.
Yeah, sort of around late noughties.
See, that's the level of in-depth knowledge you will get watching these broadcasts, ladies and gentlemen.
Because I used to play the cricket captain game, which is sort of like spent like football manager for football cricket. This is the sort of like knowledge I can now bring. It's coming back to help me. I mean, I got that game in like July 2009, and now this is where it's coming back to help. Remembering from back then, playing as a Yorkshire side, still with Michael Vaughan, struggling to try and get back up to the Test side. Opening the batting in T20s.
Wow.
Joe Ruben beating the Carlsbad. We thought it would be 25, 17.
Oh no, we've got a Hell Regal service star. I'm one of them.
Yeah, so like, Duplessis played for Sunset. I'm not sure how long actually, I'll have a look. Certainly done finished it now already, so it'll be good. Looking to work on that in his career. And also, like, we just have good Duplessis in general, having experience with the big missions. Means that South Africa really want to show how it's done here, I think.
Broad finishes over with a wicket maiden to rapturous applause from his home Trent Bridge crowd. Now, if that little speech there is not the making of a future cricketing broadcaster, I don't know what is. You know, if anyone from Test Match Special does end up watching this, you know where I am.
Yeah, I'm after a new job the score
Andy Zoltzman.
Yeah, Andy Zoltzman one day is Andrew Sampson in one day is T20. So Andy, if you either Andrew actually, if you end up seeing these broadcasts, big fan of you both, and I'm coming for a job.
So, number 5 for the England cricket team. We will get through this batting order if it kills me, although we keep talking about a million different things. But, number 5 in the England batting order, what do we think? Jonathan Bearsky.
Yes. Yes. Used to be maybe, now yes.
Yeah, an absolute yes. Arguably first name on the team sheet. Whenever he's in bat, for a long time I've not seen a batsman who looks very comfortable and authoritative at the crease, but he does. Whenever he's in, he always looks like he's going to score runs and he's going to score lots.
But I've actually worked out his technical ball, one of any of his technical balls. He just looks right.
Yeah.
Just sort of looks like you feel he's going there, like usually what bonus is like see his eyes, you can look mentally to people because if you at that crease game to better attack like now, it looks 100% apart.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Very good at cricket. And something that's very admirable is the amount of work he's put in behind the stumps. Because it was no secret that his keeping was hard work. His keeping was sort of weak. He's worked really hard. I remember saying he wants to keep for England, he wants to keep for Yorkshire, and he is.
Yeah, I think he's right for batsman as well. And look what's happened. I mean, even a year ago, there was pretty much all he made. He was he can bat, but is this really sustainable kind of stunts? And in less than a year, it's turned into a, like, nobody's talking about his keeping anywhere.
Yeah, which is good.
And they sort of say, like, a quiet day behind the stunts is a good day behind the stunts.
Yeah, no news is good news. Yeah, no news is good news. Oh, there's a lot of people moving in on D, like loads.
Every like 250 points or so. The company's just like, okay, I'm going to spawn everybody in
Yeah. There's really not a lot to say about Besto. I think he's just very, very good. I thought, for a long time, I thought, oh, perhaps he's just on stunning form, but like, if this is form, it's been form that's lasted for however many years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I say, just utmost faith in him whenever he's at the crease.
Yeah. And I suppose like the building sort of like talking points or and with that has been in 1 day basically.
What you believe?
It's exclusion from the squad, but again, whenever I talk about it, I can't. Up until sort of like their experimented Roy being a mixer from the team. Other than that, I cannot really sort of see at the time that he can get into the squad. And it's a good problem to have, don't get me wrong, but who are you going to drop?
I know it's difficult. Well,
The top 6 or 7 have made themselves virtually undroppable until Roy went earlier.
yeah. Well, I think it's on the back of recent matches. I think it's quite clear who you need to drop. But then, if you do drop Roy, do you let?
Yeah, exactly. We'll just sort of like give you a little bit of because recently he's effectively been in an opening anyway. How often do we go with it? Actually, we have like one of the smallest opening partners.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Relatively we have been in early doors. It's just been one of them that's gone, one of the openers that's failed.
Yeah, but I do think it's good that. But it's good and bad that we've almost got two separate, a white ball side and a red ball side.
Yeah.
I like it in the way that.
It certainly wasn't sustainable with the way we were doing before.
Yeah.
We have taken objective Charlie.
Yeah. I'm really struggling to talk about Versto because he's just too good, really. I have no qualms.
Yeah. We hope that you get a regular spot on the 1 day side.
Yeah.
You're very good at cricket.
Yeah.
But that may take some time if Lloyd comes back to form. It's easy to expect over in this format.
Yeah.
Waiting for more times.
Yeah.
That may take some time because Morgan is still spoiling.
Here's a question for you. Who's going to be the next 1 day captain of England? Huh? Root.
Yeah, I think that if this experiment works, like this experiment works well, if Root doesn't go in, I can't see why they would want to have that sort of continuity with it. It's going to go candidates otherwise are Stokes and Butler. They've been half doing that sort of role.
Yeah, Butler's done it before, hasn't he?
Like last year or so. Like, I really can't see Stokes leading aside. Like he's too. He doesn't have any control over his emotions. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say I think that could very easily change if he were to do a stint as skipper. I think if he was given the captaincy, that's probably just the thing he needs to grow up, arguably. But then it is a risk. It's a massive risk.
It needs to hold an over the game, bat at 5-6 and captain. No room to be over. the reason why these all-rounders don't really tend to captain that much.
Yeah, too much to do. I've always liked the idea of the wicketkeeper being the skipper. I think he's always in the game, but...
But did a fair job on it.
Yeah, I like him as a one-day captain.
Yeah.
I like him as a...
Seems like I think he's calm, but sort of like I think I think people are going to keep on looking for a reason to drop them over, even though I think he's well. And I think sometimes, you know, sort of like it comes around, like, you know, the annual flu. It's just like, not this again. As soon as anybody starts to drop him, yeah, he has one more bad inning, and then he cranks out 100 at a strike rate of 120, and then people show up for about 5 minutes, and then he comes on again.
Yeah. Dropping Morgan's an interesting one. I don't think I would... Well... One, it's always going to be difficult to drop your captain, and two, he just keeps scoring.
Yeah, it's just he's either side as a batsman and a captain, and we are enjoying our greatest ever period one day cricket. And at the same time, he's averaging 40-45 with it, strike rate of over a ball.
Yeah, he just keeps getting runs. It's difficult to drop some. It's difficult to drop a batsman when they keep scoring runs.
Yeah, and that's good. Like, this is how silly the conversations we're having. You sound like you're talking in parody right now, and you're being serious.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of both, but yeah, it is like I've said before. Oh, he's cheating a living. Like when he's got to 50 and 70 odd balls, and I'm like, well, I say, well, that's not really good enough. But then, oh, I don't know. And also, who else is going to do it?
Yeah.
No one.
I'm quite happy with even to test all without taking on further responsibilities. And yeah, very good.
Yeah, well, it just seems the nature of the beast now that you have a different Test captain to one-day captain, but that doesn't necessarily have to be a hard and fast rule, does it? Yeah, I like that. I like that system. I also think Morgan's quite a... well... he does a job as a white ball captain, and I mean, he doesn't really do much wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, we've tried to talk about best and failed, so should we move on to number 6? Number 6, I believe, Benjamin Stokes. Probably... we'll get on to your problems with Stokes, but shall we say some nice things about him first?
Yes.
I think the thing is, his bowling of late has been, well, poor. His bowling in this test has been poor. He's sort of, well, he's not really got anyone out, and he's going for quite a few, like this. But then again, I think he's more of a bat than a bowl, and his batting's been good. I would definitely say he's a batting all-rounder. But then I think it might be a different story if he got the new ball a bit more. I'd be quite interested to see him with the new ball.
Yeah. It's like he does swing the ball.
Yeah.
Hardly anybody can.
He also reverse swings the ball, which is not something we see from English bowlers very often anymore.
And yeah, I think that sort of he's a bit of something the ball back. I also see him getting better. And I think that we forget how young he is as well. He's only 2 years older than me.
Yeah, he's ridiculously young.
Sort of like, you know, looks about 32 pitch party, you know, has like 20,000 kids in a wife already. And
what?
he's married, is there?
I'm pretty sure he's a father, but I'm not sure he's got millions of children.
It was, you know, it's like a little bit further along the ladder that were, with a lot of people our age.
Hmm.
And anyway, yeah, I think like Stones, I hope he continues to, well, mature. I don't want to see him starting on people for hitting him before.
Well, the thing with Rabada in the last test, I don't think that had anything to do with Ben Stokes whatsoever. Well, to be honest, I don't really see that Rabada did anything wrong. I think Kagisa Rabada was very, very happy to get a wicket, and he'd bowled averagely all day. He'd not got much. Well, he's not really done anything, and I think if you've done nothing all day and then you finally get a wicket, you're going to be very happy about it. And I think he just said, I mean, there's no place for that language, but I can't help feeling that if Stump Mike was not a thing, he would not be in trouble.
Yeah, or personally, I don't think there's any sort of like reason why he shouldn't have been banned from the next test. I think that, you know, speaking like to a player like that, or just quite even more simple.
It was. Yeah, but was he even speaking to Ben Stokes? I didn't hear him address Ben Stokes. I didn't see him looking at Ben Stokes. I just think he was very. He'd have an extremely frustrating day, and he'd finally got that wicket. Sorry? He does get fired up, but you know, I think if you're bowling fast, it's. Well, I don't know. The thing is, I don't think there should be any like. Well, violence is the wrong word, but like that level of fieriness where you're threatening people. Yeah. Well, I think it's very difficult to not like Stokes, but then you don't like his fiery nature, which I think is completely justified.
I don't not like the fiery nature, but it's more that it seems that he's almost relying on it sometimes to get the best out of himself.
Yeah.
Like, when you get a really good actor, they're able to tap into anger as a genuine feeling. So
Yeah.
when you sort of like see the good actor being angry on screen, you know, they're 60% genuinely massively angry. They've been working themselves up on stage. I wonder if there's a way that England try and train Stokes to tap into his anger as actors do, without actually feeling it. The same extent at which he seems to start, you know, slagging up Curly Wife or something like that. Yeah, Cody, does your wife swing like that as well, or what? I'm interested.
I don't know what. I didn't know Ben Stokes was from Manchester. Do you know?
It's really easy. What he calls Stokes. Because he actually forms Stokes. No, I can't remember.
Just admit that accent was horrendous, and then we can carry on.
No.
So, moving on from Stokes. Moving on from Stokes, and this is the man that I would quite like to talk about. It's one. Oh, hang on, no. Ali's in next, isn't he? Yeah. Marine Ali of Spark Hill, Birmingham, I believe. Which I've had the pleasure of driving through once or twice. Sorry?
He used to live in Buckingham.
He used to live where?
Lives near Edgbaston.
Well, I know I'm fairly confident he grew up in Spark Hill, Birmingham. And yeah, well, you can tell he's got a Brummie accent as well, so it would lead one to believe that is the case. I think he is a top professional of the game.
I agree with that wording. I don't say role model, but yeah.
I'd say role model.
Yeah.
I'd go as far as to say he's a role model. I think he's a genuinely nice guy. He turns up to play cricket and be the best cricketer that he can be, which I think is very admirable. You know, he's never getting into scraps. I really haven't got anything bad to say about him. His bowling has come on leaps and bounds. It's crazy how well he bowls now, considering he is. Well, he was a batsman, and then someone found out that he's all right with the ball, and now he's certainly. I'm convinced he is a better bowler than Dawson. There's no one's going to convince me otherwise. Well, Dawson could if he took 10 wickets this match. But yeah, Mariani, top bowler, and his form with the bat is exemplary.
Yeah, even how he's bowling against India and Bangladesh compared to now.
I think it's his relation with the bowling coach. I can't remember the bowling coach's name. It's been bowling coach, but they're joint at the hip, aren't they? They get on so well, and they've been doing so much work together. And his bowling against South Africa in the first test was stunningly good. To take 10, I mean, how many spinners take 10 wickets at Lords?
Not many.
Not many at all.
Back for 5 days and then it's a draw.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I think he was excellent, beyond excellent. And I'm glad he got man of the match, because there's far too often these days the batsman that gets loads gets man of the match without anyone even thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I think that on that pitch, obviously Joe Root's innings was brilliant, especially as it's his first innings as captain and he had all that pressure. But I think Moeen performance was better, because he did half of what Root did, as in got lots of runs in the first innings, and then he got 10 wickets as well, and he took a couple of catches, both of which were quite good. Top stuff, Mo.
No, man, I really like the work he's done with Adil Rashid and the members of the Muslim faith community to bring more people into cricket and the sort of Asian background, or sort of like had to aren't necessarily available to play cricket on, say, a Saturday, work or whatever commitments. But I think it's been great the adaptation has done for the Muslim community in relatively making cricket, or in making cricket in England. That's great to see.
Yeah. Yeah, not a lot else to say about Mo. Just top cricketer. Top cricketer. Yeah, really nice chap. He always comes across very well in interviews and things like that as well. Like him a lot.
Sort of like seems conceptually mentally strong. I think sort of with his spaceship in that topic. I think that he has an amazing work-life balance with cricket, and he's able to turn up and play the game and then go back to his family and his house and get out of the game again and enjoy being away from it. Whereas, like, it's not a tabloid figure. And I think that's really nice as well.
Sorry to interrupt, but the wicket of Hashim Amla has just fallen. 78 off 149 deliveries. Stuart Broad bowling, Mark Wood catching. Short ball, Amla pulls, doesn't really get hold of it. Easy as you like from Arkwood, down at sort of quite square fine leg. Between fine leg and backward point. Broad loves it, Stokes is going mad. They're all having a great time. South Africa 194 for 4.
Like, cricket is great.
Cricket is great.
That was a really, really long game. How long did that last?
Where would that be? Stats? No, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, it was a long old game. That's the thing with Friday Night Battlefield. Friday Night Battlefield, for anyone who doesn't know, twice as many tickets, twice as longer games. Go crazy.
But I must please, like, I see probably everyone here as well, but please can we have Friday Night Battlefield on both the French maps and on the normal maps as well? I mean, I'd love to see a Friday Night Battlefield server that drew from every single map that's been released so far, for those of us that can. I know sort of I can speak from my privilege with the premium stuff, but that just like, for those of us that have forked out that bit extra, I know there's a lot of content anyway, that's fine, but it would be really, really good to have all those maps as one Friday Night Battlefield adventure.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like, there's what, how many maps left? 5?
Five DLC maps, because you had the four from the map pack, and then they added an eval.
Yeah. So like, that's enough as obviously short session, but like say if it was like that for an evening or for a while, then it's sort of like we've gone off and played like other game modes, sort of like the normal stuff, the stuff on that.
Yeah, yeah, and also if you only play against premium members, then you're only playing against, well, I don't know what the percentages are, but I would say what, like 20%, probably less than that.
Actually, like, I'm sure that the stats are that way, but I don't know actually.
No, I haven't a clue. And premium is expensive. What is it, like 35, 40 extra quid on top of the title, which is already expensive. So you're then investing almost £100 in a video game. You know, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I do like premium friends though. I think that's an excellent feature, and that's quite quite charitable of DICE, I think. For example, just the other day, my friend that doesn't have premium wanted to play on the new Nivelle map, having seen YouTube videos and stuff of it. Yeah, good feature, premium friends. But again, we're supposed to be talking about cricket. Right.
We need some sort of like indicator, like a canary in a mine or something that tells us when we're straying too close to I think way off topic.
Yeah, we do. Oh well. Anyway, number 8, Liam Dawson. Now, I'd like to start by saying these are only my opinions, and I'm in no doubt that Liam Dawson's a lot better at cricket than I am, and I'm in no doubt that I'm in no position to tell him that he's no good. However,
like, I mean, geez, like, if it's the only people that can properly criticise cricket with those that have played, you know, professionals or something like that, then...
Well, yeah, that's probably true. But, you know, however, I think so far his performances in the series against South Africa have not been up to scratch. And I question... grenade. I questioned his inclusion in the first place. Thinking that, well, especially after the winter that Rashid had, I know he was expensive, but he took loads of wickets, and he took big Indian wickets. The Indian wickets in India, not that easy to come by, and yeah, he took a lot of them. So I would like to see him included. I think there might be a bit of a pally from Joe Root that's caused him to be included.
Yeah, the last thing you're going to perpetuate that. The thing is, though, is that the last thing you want is not being included when it should be, because it happens to be affiliated with
Yeah.
almost like posted discrimination in any walk of life. You know, by all means, sort of like random selection policy. But if that means that they're not going to pick people on there, then it's got a problem.
Yeah, I agree. But Liam Dawson, I think he, strictly speaking, is an all-rounder. He's been picked in the side for his bowling, and his bowling, in my opinion, has been poor.
I think his bowling is sort of like, it's not there. I don't think he's that good. I think what's his best average, like 35, 40, I think, career. That doesn't do it for me. Cool, at least according to his stats, he comes across as an aggressive, fit and beaten player, which arguably could be said about Marine before he went to the team, except he had more order pedigree behind him. But yeah, like I've struggled to see Dawson as long-term spinning option for England. So I think he'll know this as well. Unless he can turn his batting into his main asset as Ali is, despite the fact that Ali's now bowling really well, or somehow managed to convince Trevor Bayliss that, and what's it called, Paul Bartlett, he somehow managed to convince him that to pick him as a batsman who bowls a bit, and then goes on and takes 10 wickets in the match without breaking player.
Well, I think Ali always was a batter who bowled a bit, whereas I think Dawson is definitely a bowler who bats a bit.
Oh, you think?
As far as I know, I mean, I could be wrong. It has happened in the past.
Like, historically, he batted in the middle order and bowled, depending on who else pick.
Oh, did he?
As first choice or second choice, yeah.
Alright, well, shows how much I know. But yeah, my issues with him were his bowling. I think it's clear when, well, Moeen Ali, the batsman, took 10 wickets at Lords, and Dawson, who was picked to be the frontline spinner of this team.
Yeah.
Did he get 4 in total?
Yeah. He bowled some extras, don't get me wrong.
Oh, the one to get Amber out was an absolute corker, but I'd say that was the only really exemplary thing that he did in the Test match.
Yeah.
And I think,
like, if you're gonna be like a Test match bowler, sort of, you know, a very good club spinner will bowl a ball and over that would give a half decent professional batsman a problem.
yeah.
But I can't really see him as a frontline spinner. I mean, looking at his first class stats career, 155 wickets in 126 games at an average of 36.56. So he's taking first class matches an average of 1 wicket a game.
Yeah.
Strike rate of 71, so that's 1 wicket every 11.5 overs. And so to double check his batting with that, he's averaging 33 with the bats, 800s in 126 games. So that for me looks like an aggressive bits into the player, more suited to the one-day game than he is to the Test match arena. And I think we've already got a better version of him for the one-day game. And his name's Marine Ali.
Yeah. That's what I think. I just don't think he's good enough.
Yeah.
And also, talking about his batting in that first South Africa Test, he got none, and then he got none. Like, you can't defend that.
Yeah.
You really can't.
As
much as I'd like to, I'm sure he's a lovely fella, but, you know.
Yeah, I just don't think that having average 33 or so is have to have gone up and down between the two championship divisions. I don't think an average 33 in that time What do you think he's going to average at test level?
Yeah.
25 if he's lucky.
He's extremely lucky, I'd say.
Yeah. So that's a problem for me, I think, as well. So like we saw what happened in the 90s when England, I think, too many bits of TC player. They ended up doing both not great, not well enough. So average 35, 40 with the ball and average 20 with the bat. And I don't think that's a waste on a test side.
No, I agree. I agree. Well, England have...
We need specialists.
Yeah, we do. Well, that's tradition, is it? You have...
That makes sense. We need someone who can do things as well as specialists. I mean, we back down to 9, 10 of them.
Yeah.
We have lost objective button.
Yeah, so I've not got much more to say about Dawson. I think he's not good enough.
Yeah. If he went away, he really wouldn't hard. Sort of like the blue moon and they just start flying across in formation like the red arrows. I would love to see him back in the side. But I don't think that sort of sheer pedigree. We're happy to do it. But by all means, I think you can see what we can do. Best grade ever.
We have taken objective Duff.
Next in the order, coming in at number 9, would be none other than Broad. Stuart Broad. First thing I'll say about Broad, what a knock he had against South Africa. It has been an awful long time coming, to the tune of 4 years.
No, I'm very happy with Stuart Broad. I was really hoping that he was going to be able to. I'd love to see him like 7, 8 and swashbuckling left-hander, shots for days and like 100 every year, 100 a year, 250s a year, strike rate of 70, something beautiful.
That would be beautiful. I think it's awfully optimistic.
Yeah, like that. I knew what an idea was. Yeah, recent games were horrible.
Yeah, well, I think it's ever since he got smacked in the face, isn't it? I think that one went straight through his grill and made him look like the scariest bloke in Nottingham. He looked terrifying after that happened.
Yeah.
But I remember his bowling spell after he came back, and like all his face was all black, and that was scary. I think he had a slap head at the time. He looked terrifying.
I think it was great that he didn't do more with bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah, like very nice actually to get like the champagne moment actually during the board first 4 years.
Yeah.
And bowled well to boot.
Yeah, few wickets.
And yeah. Broad playing on for years to come.
Yeah.
In a similar role to Cook, I think, well, I like Broad and get out ball and one to be good.
I like Broad. I think he's matured into his role of senior bowler really well.
I think he's grown well
I think if he can add that few more runs to his game, it's not a bad thing, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I do like that. Like not in the last test, sort of the start or something, or the restart or something. It was batting. And if you can say get back to how he was batting, a few years ago, averaging what 25 or so.
Yeah.
I'd just love to see that.
Yeah.
5 runs again. Down that out.
Those innings make a big difference, don't they? In the little 25s, 30s. Do you think well, the thing that England have that other teams don't have is we bat so deep, and it's that tail that wags that often gets our underperforming openers out of trouble.
We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to it in a second. And then seems to be bowling well on this test as well.
Broad, yeah, she's got 3 already.
A true home bird.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an England player who's actually English, which is rare nowadays. Not that I have a problem with us poaching all these South Africans and Zimbabweans and New Zealanders because they're a lot better at cricket than we are.
They are the attitude there, and sort of like they do way better with the rules than we do. They have a real knack for bringing players to schools and getting them into set up a bit like that.
Yeah.
Which sort of English sport has a problem with in general, like we're awful at using it to get people to support properly. That's another question. So yeah, on some 10 mark Wood.
Oh, Woody. Woody. Now, for those of you who don't know, I also bowl with a check step in my run-up, and that's all because of him, because I used to bowl a bit of spin, and I thought, oh, I'll get back into seam, but I hadn't bowled it in ages. And then I just turned the telly on and saw this new guy, Mark Wood, playing for England, and I saw his sprint start and thought it was great, so incorporated that, and it helps me bowl at like 4 miles an hour.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, I've got loads of time for Mark Wood. I think he's been well, I think he's got a place in this test side for a while, but
yeah,
I think if someone like Tom Curran suddenly becomes really good at red ball cricket, and I think he could get displaced quite easily because he's not well. No, and he's just not getting the wickets I think he needs to get to solidify his place. Because what is he in the side for? He's in the side to bowl at 93 miles per hour. And at the back end of the last test, he was down around 82, 83 miles per hour.
Yeah, which for me is where you get like the guys who, like the guys in England, and the English setups, like what Plunkett, Wood, Finn, when he's in form. Like when they're hitting high 80s, I'm not worried. But when they're dipping below 85, that comes back to me. That means we're in the around the corner.
Yeah.
That's the pattern I've noticed. It's like when Plunkett was called to the side in 2014, when he came into that side, he was like, what, in the shorter parts of the game, he was hitting like 93-ish sometimes. It's like it's scary. But then his pace just dropped every game for about 5-6 games, and then sure no, they hasn't played since. And that's what I've noticed with Wood as well.
Yeah, I just really like him, and he's an absolute hoot. He's a top laugh. I can't wait for him to get a job with Sky commentating. I think it'll be hilarious. I think he is the next Bumble.
Yeah, I can see BBC being interested as well, because Graham Swan is just still irritating when they sort of got Swan and Swan. He just like cranked himself up.
Yeah. So that brings us on to number 11, I suppose, Jimmy Anderson. Well, he's done it for so long, gets bags of wickets, he swings it a mile, and he smacked a ridiculous 6 in the last test. Do we need to say anything else?
That was what I was talking about a second ago.
Rabada,
Oh,
quickest bowler they have, just smacked him absolutely miles. Yeah, almost stuck him into the second tier at Lord's. Great shot.
like next time Anderson faces Bravado.
Yeah, I think something I really liked about that is Joe Root, despite the captaincy, is still a child because he found it utterly hilarious. He was laughing his head off on the balcony when James Anderson hit that six.
Yeah, I think it's just like, it was almost like reminiscent of like, keys left in the years ago. It was a bit reminiscent of that, you know, like, just left-hand the people dipping down and sort of like, something out, and not even just sort of like checking sort of the full
on massive swing.
Yeah, massive swing, but also checking the power to make it look time and glory of what it was. He didn't, that was not on my time.
No, it wasn't. It was pull shot. Lovely pull shot.
It just tipped down and it was better. Absolutely.
Yeah, running it, Kagiso Rabada.
Yeah, like one ball from the
I find it hilarious. Hats off to him.
It's always nothing like bowling, voicing his body and getting all of that open. Wow.
How long can Anderson carry on, do you think?
So, 45 miles an hour, and he's going to be, the trajectory of the ball will begin like pitch or two away. Why don't you go swing it so much? It's just sort of like just the top of off, having been on track to pitch, so to hit like a third wicket. You know, like, his pace will go down, but his legacy won't.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was lovely. What you just said, his pace will go down, but his legacy won't. Sheer poetry. The opening batsman, everybody.
Exclusive deal. But it's time to start talking about my book, Legacy versus UniC.
This game, I know these games go on for so long. Well, I feel we have covered the England Test team beautifully. Predictions for this test, knowing that South Africa are 218 for 4 just after tea.
Yeah, I'm not that for it. Batting will not be a bigger test. Why not? Be a bit. Well, England lose, but be a lot down with the guys out play more bigger. Mark will be taken to get not a problem. And other than that, I reckon England win, but not by the margin.
Yeah. Is that a wicket? Is that a wicket? Yes, it is. Ben Stokes gets Faf du Plessis for 19. Sort of bowled Well, it was strange to read. It almost looked like Fafdu just sort of let go of the bat, trying to glance it down the leg side, and almost sort of hit it with the back of his bat. It was very strange. I'm waiting on a replay. Oh, it's been reviewed. I think it's been reviewed. No, thigh pad not out. It was given out on field, and DPC reviewed it straight away, and it's hit him on the thigh pad. Not out. No, I think it has from the. It looks that way from the video footage anyway. Yeah, I don't think it's hit that. I think it's come square off his left butt cheek and into the. It was a great take from Bairstow again. He loves taking screamers down the leg side. Oh, hang on. He did glove it.
Hey.
Yeah, definite snick on ultra edge. Definite presence of glove. Faf Duplessis will be asked to walk back to the pavilion. Why on earth has he reviewed that? I mean, you must know when you've gloved it. No, it hit his glove and then went on through to hit him in the on the pooper cheek. But yeah, I think especially from the captain, he should be setting a better example than that. Really, I think there's no excuse for wasting a review when you know you're not out. When you know you are out, sorry.
I'll look at another day, I think. It takes time for me to sign off. Go to the cricket and watch against Northampton evening. Anyway, yeah, I've got to go to the TV and so I'll sign off now. Currently a pleasure, thanks a lot for that. Stay tuned for more videos for anybody that's watching or listening to this. I hope it's been okay. If you'd like to know what you think, so get to the for our second proper video. So if you want to make a channel question, so please do feedback. And yeah, come on, thanks a lot, and I'll see you maybe tonight.
Yeah, highly likely. Yeah, it's been a pleasure, as always.
Bye.
Ta-ra.